Okay.
Hi, this is Nick from bottle-lamp.com, and if you've been working with any of the bottle cutters as of late, you'll find out that after the separation process, you'll have to do a little sanding on your glass bottles. I got a couple here just to give you as an example, and the conventional way was always to take the sandpaper with applying a little water and doing the turn to get it to sand down. This worked, but conventionally these papers don't last forever, and some of my cuts involve a little bit more sanding than normal, and I went through these like crazy. Well, our friends over at Bottle Cutting Inc. have come up with a solution, and it's called the Saber tooth. The kit that you can buy online comes with a 400 and a 60 grit sandpaper with actual diamond bits in it. I mean, you run your finger over here and you can tell that this stuff is built to last. I mean, being able not only to have something that's more durable, but put on in such a way that you can actually hold it versus taking the paper and just holding it up to the bottle. Now you've got an actual device that you can sand with. This just makes so much more sense. You work down through the gradients to your fine sandpaper that they also sell with this, and to give it that fine finish that you'll want on all your bottle separations. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration here because you can go to their site and see it demonstrated in the amount of time that he does it. It's quite fast, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to run it one more time. You always get these a little wet, and I'm going to do a Guinness bottle here. It's a little rough around the edges here, but I'm still going to be able to take that down a little bit just by getting a nice smooth turn on that. It's not going to take too much at all. This is a little bit bigger bottle, so I'm able to get inside as well and take off any shards that might be in there, as well as go around the outside. That was our 60 grit. I'm going to step down to our 400 now. Polish that up a little. There you can hear it's a little bit smoother. Running it across, it's a little less abrasive. You're just kind of touching it up now and making that final product. How clever. I mean, that angle gives you what you need to get inside the glass bottle as well. It's angled in such a way. Very well designed. And then for the final, take one of their 2000. This is some really fine stuff. You don't really need to do this excessively. This is just a finishing touch. It's almost like wiping a cloth across it because it's such a fine grit. Nevertheless, it'll give you that nice smooth finish that you want when you're doing all this glass separation. All right, I'm gonna get it up here for you. And if you can look at that, I mean, that was me minimally doing any work at all with this. You get a nice smooth finish. I mean, I hardly spent any time with this at all. This was a nice break though. And when it comes to glass separation, you're going to find out that not all breaks are equal. I could go over to the liquor store and get a tub of beer bottles and cut them all night long and they come out like mint. But sure enough, when I get a bottle that I really like, it never seems to turn out the way I want it to. So here I am with this really cool bottle. I don't even know where I got it, but it's not something you can pick up just anywhere. I want to fix this bottle because it didn't separate right. So I'm going to put this stuff to the test. I mean, I'm really gonna sand on this thing. You can see how uneven it is, and it's gonna need some work. I'm gonna try and fix this bottle with these sanding pads that they have sent us. And we'll see if it can correct this problem or not. One of the first questions I had with these is how long will they last? So this will be a real true test. Wow, okay, this is exciting. This is really awesome. I'm gonna show you the bottle that I've been sanding on. It took me a while, and the Saber tooth held up to everything that I could have hoped for and more. It is so nice to be able to hold your sandpaper grit like this, especially for as long as I had spent sanding on this particular bottle. But what I want to really show you is how far I've come and how I literally salvaged this bottle thanks to these tools. I'm going to come up close here now, and if you notice, there's a nice, smooth, dull looking line on the top of my glass, but in one spot you'll see a little shiny piece, and that's the glass that I didn't get to with the sandpaper. But I've come down a long way. As you can tell, this all looks symmetrical now, as opposed to the dip that I had before. I literally, with this device, sanded that out, and this is a completely different bottle. Sure, I could have gone and finished it off and made it all, but I was starting to lose my label, which is the reason why I kept the bottle in the first place. So I found a happy medium here, finishing off the bottle, still keeping the label, and heck, I literally have a nice cool drinking tumbler, or Silke might put flowers in it for all I know, but anything's possible. This is really awesome. I went heavy on this, and it doesn't show any signs of wear at all. Again, having that grip to be able to work with it for so long, sanding it like that, versus having a piece of sandpaper and you literally holding it like this the whole time. This is huge. And I mean, I'm excited. It's nice to get a product that actually works and helps with what it is that you want to accomplish. So this does it threefold in that you've got the 3 different sandpaper grits, and you eventually work your way down to get that fine finish that you want on your cut glass bottles.